What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video at JDH Aquatics, where we do anything aquariums related in my apartment while I'm in college. So today I kind of just want to give you guys a quick update on what's going on in the fish corner. I've got some changes going on the 38-gallon Softie tank, and then I kind of want to give you guys a slight update, slight reveal on the 20-gallon LPS tank behind me. I haven't done a full reveal on that tank yet, but I want to show you guys a little bit of it today, so let's get to it. There is a couple different things to update you guys on, but in general, everything's doing good. All the plants are rocking, and the only thing that's kind of set up right now is the 38-gallon Softie tank. So let's start there. As you guys can see, the aquascape is a bit different. So before, it was a couple arches that were probably 6 inches from the top of the water line. Now we've got maybe a foot between these corals in the top of the water line. I wanted to even out the aquascape so that most of the corals were on sort of the same level. So now it's still sort of 2 arches, but it's a lot shorter. We've got a little bit of coral in the front. Some of the corals are not opened up right now. We'll have to update you guys when the tank looks a lot better with the corals, but everything's cleaned up and it's looking good. I'm happy with how it turned out, and I think the fish are happy too. So the idea for coral placement, we've got pretty much all of my Signalaria on the right side. We've got all the green Signalaria, the large green one in the back, and then the bicolor here in the front. A little patch of Kenya tree, and then we'll have our GSP on this arch here. We've got our star polyps up here. I still don't really know what they are. They resemble green star polyps, but more of like a pipe organ. And then we've got the green mushrooms down there to the left, another leather up there in the front, and then all of our toadstools in this front little lagoon section here. You guys might notice that my Duncan and Green Bubble are back on these little frag racks here. Those are only gonna be there temporarily until we get the 20-gallon LPS set up. Those will be going in the 20-gallon as the first 2 corals. So those guys are hanging out on the side there until we can get the 20-gallon set up, and then we will remove those frag racks after. All of the fish are doing good as well. Mentioning that the LPS here on the left is going to be transferred over to the 20-gallon along with the clownfish as well. So the paraclowns that we have in the 38-gallon Softie tank are going to be going in the 20-gallon LPS tank. Those clownfish I've had for the longest. I've had them for roughly 2 years. So for the remaining years that they have, I'm going to let them live it out in their own 20-gallon here. So we'll just have the 2 orange Antheus and the 2 green chromis in here. After some consideration and reading a couple comments that you guys posted, I don't think I'm actually going to be adding any more sand to this tank. I'm actually kind of scared to add anything until I figure out the algae issue altogether. So we're gonna leave the shallow sand bed for now in the 38-gallon. We are gonna keep with the deep sand bed in the 20-gallon and see how that does. But in terms of adding like another 20 pounds of sand, I'm actually kind of scared to do that right now. To help combat this algae issue, we went ahead and added some more GFO. This is the Chemi Pure Blue, so I just added 1 packet along with some filter floss in the back. Of course, that's just mechanical filtration, but for the chemical, we added some Chemi Pure Blue in hopes that will help with the phosphate control if there are any in the tank, and in turn getting rid of some of that algae. Moving away from the 38-gallon, let's go ahead and jump into the soon-to-be 20-gallon LPS tank. So I've showed little snippets of this tank, but I haven't given you guys a full reveal, and I probably won't do that until this thing is filled up with water, but I will give you guys a short breakdown because you have seen this tank before, and there's really not that much equipment to it. So let's go over it. So to start off, this is a 40-gallon breeder stand, and the space underneath is actually the last thing that I want to talk about because I want your guys' opinions on what we should do down here. But jumping into the top, I'm not sure on the exact dimensions of the wood, but there's 3 planks. I measured it out when I went to Home Depot and I had them cut it, but I painted it to match the stand, and it's just sitting on this wood. Of course, there's a leveling mat on the Innovative Marine, but then we've got the tank itself, which is my old Innovative Marine 20-gallon Nuvo. Inside, we've got dry aragonite. This is 20 pounds, and it gives us roughly 2 inches. We're planning on adding about 20 pounds of dry rock as well. For flow, we've got this, I believe it's a Coral Life power head. And we, of course, have the 2 return nozzles from the return pump, which will be adding flow as well. We've got the nice mesh lid on top that comes with the tank, and the OG aquanites that we're going to be running over this tank. So I'm going back to the basics with the aquanites, and we're going to be running the new Sykes over the Softie only tank and the aquanites over the LPS 20, and we're going to kind of do a comparison to see how the lights do together. In the back chamber, we have the return pump that actually came from the 38 gallon, and the pump that's in the 38 gallon is from this tank. So I might buy a second Innovative Marine return pump just because I like them and how you can control them. But this is the return pump that's plumbed in for now. We have a 50-watt fluval heater, and that is it for equipment. The only thing I'm kind of waiting on is an ATO. I need a smart micro ATO just so I don't have to keep topping this thing off. And we also want consistency with this being an LPS dominated tank. Once that happens, we'll just fill this up. We've got the beneficial bacteria that is hanging off this little red clip here. And then over time, we'll throw in the pair of clowns and the Duncan and the bubble, and that's pretty much what's gonna go into here. So I kind of gave you guys a reveal, I guess, a little bit, but once we get it filled up, I'll do a video solely based on this tank. And the last update I have for you guys is actually under the tank. On Black Friday, I went to Harbor Freight for some other stuff, and they have this grow light for 19 bucks. It's a double LED grow light. I just mounted it under the stand with some zip ties, and it produces virtually no heat, but it's got some nice red and white LEDs in there, enough to grow some house plants. So what do you guys think I should do for this bottom section down here? I thought about doing some house plants, but I really want to get like a pet or something for the channel, so when I'm doing sit down videos I can have like a pet in the video. I know that sounds kind of funny, but so I'm thinking like a leopard gecko or something that can be in a 20-gallon long. I would do the same thing with wood and kind of just have it across, paint it black, and then a nice grow light for whatever plants we put into maybe like a bioactive setup or terrarium. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think we should do with this space down here. I'm thinking some sort of reptile. If you guys like leopard gecko, put it in the comments down below. That's pretty much all the updates I have for you guys today. Not much has changed, but we are making small tweaks here and there. Ultimately trying to get the 38-gallon set up so that it's kind of on an autopilot and we can really focus on the 20-gallon, as this is gonna have more difficult corals in it. And it being a smaller tank, it'll be slightly more challenging than the 38. Like I said, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think we should do for the space under the 40-gallon stand. I'm thinking leopard gecko. That's kind of what I have my mind set on right now. So let me know if you guys think that's a cool idea. But with all that being said, I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.